Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, yesterday again, US market saw corrections and is near to the last 10-12 days low. Uh, US market saw corrections mainly on account of increasing concerns on recession. The recent data indicated that there is some slowdown which is happening. Against that, employee was continued to remain strong. Non-farm payroll data came strong, which also created concern that whether the Fed will continue to increase the interest rate to at a lower rate, but still holding it up. Uh, so all these factors led to some decline in the US market. Futures of the US are more of a flattish to marginal positive, and Asian markets are indicating some marginal decline. Nothing so big in Asian market. The declines are nominal. We may follow even in India also on that count. But if you see the commodities are also indicating more of a flattish trend, whereas oil is down substantially. It's near almost 10-month low and now broken even $80 for Brent. So that is giving some indication of lower demand for the oil from the international market. So overall seems more of a flattish trend, which is likely to continue even in today's trade. More of a opening maybe a bit lower, but thereafter it could be range bound. Today the RBI policy is there, so that also one factor which can drive the market. The expectation are that after the consistent increase of around 1.9% in last 6 months, and in that almost three increase of 0.5, rates are near to the further increase seems limited from here. This month increase expected at around 0.35, and thereafter there could be one or at the most maximum two hikes of maybe around 0.25 or so. So we are reaching near to the peak of interest rate increase. So any comment from RBI on that count can support the market in today's trade. The interest sensitive sectors which get influenced because of the peak of rate could be the NBFC and real estate sectors. Banks are already into the positive territory consistently, but these two sectors were not performing so well. So with the peak out of rate indication by RBI, these sectors can perform thereafter. Now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, the market is likely to open on a flattish note, and we're likely to witness some sideways momentum during the day. Yesterday, also, the market was a flattish note, and it was facing a resistance of the gaps of levels, which comes to at around 18,670 level. So now, today also, that will act as a major resistance level. If it's break that level, then only upside momentum can be carried forward towards 18,720. Then 18,800 are the upside targets which opens on the Nifty front. Whereas on the downside, 18,580, 18,500 are the crucial support level we need to keep on. As Sir has already informed that today is the monetary policy. So accordingly, the market will take a cue from that data and will decide the trend henceforth. Coming towards the bank Nifty, 43,670 is the first resistance level. We need to keep eye on it. If it's clear that level, then only 43,800, 44,000 are the levels will get open for the bank Nifty. On the flip side, 43,230 and 43,000 are the crucial support we need to keep eye on it. The overall view will remain a sideways itself. No major buying or no major selling will be seen into the market. It will be on a flattish note self. Coming towards the Nifty Finance, 19,440, 19,470 are the resistance level, whereas support levels are 19,350 and 19,300 are the support levels on the Nifty Finance. Coming towards the stock specific, rallies look good on the technical front. It is just trading in the high tops, high bottom formations. Also, the interesting fact that it has given the consolidation breakout with the good volumes. So one can go for a on a long side in rallies for a target of 260. The current market price is at around 246 to 47, and they can hold the long positions for a target of 260 with a stop loss of 238. That's it from my end. I request Nirav to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. On the derivative front, looking at the overall open interest has come down in the last couple of days, from 1.5 odd crores to about 1.2. So it's a significant fall, which is good. The open interest, the PCR OI has come down from 1.5 or to below 1 levels now. That is great as well. And VIX, yes, even though last couple of days it has increased, but it continues to remain below the 15 level, so nothing to worry here. All in all, everything the data looks positive. Only the cost of carry, that is the one area of concern, and probably after the announcement of the results of the state elections, I think that should come down as well. So all in all, don't think there is much downside for this from this data. Even if this downside comes, you will see a V-shaped recovery because the data is not negative. So all in all, it's a positive outlook. 18,600, 18,500 have a considerable amount of open interest built up, indicating positive bias in the near term. So if we open near the 18,600 odd levels for, or probably 18,700 for the futures, you will see, the futures taking support around the 18,600, 650 levels and again bouncing back up. Resistance is placed at 18,800 and 19,000 levels. So, all in all, next couple of days can be range bound, and then, the trending move can resume. From the stock specific front, there's no clear trend in the last couple of days, but we continue to like metals and IT sector. Even though IT was down in the last couple of days, it should bounce back up soon. So look to buy. There can be good considerable breakouts in most of the stocks, and reasonable upside. So Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech in the IT space, while Hindalco, Tata Steel, JSW Steel, SAIL, NMDC in the metal space can do well. Yeah, that's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. Siemens has emerged as the lowest bidder for a project for manufacturing 1,200 electric locomotives. The order is worth over 20,000 crores and spread over, I think, 7-8 years. And this tender was floated by the Indian Railways in April this year. This order would be substantially higher than the current order backlog for Siemens, which is at 17,200 crores. So order book increases to almost more than 35,000 crores now. And overall, we continue to expect good order inflow even in coming years for Siemens. So one can expect good outperformance from Siemens to continue. Another news is that boards of 5paisa Capital and IIFL Securities have approved transfer of IIFL Securities online trading business to 5paisa Capital. So the offline trading will remain with IIFL Securities, while the online business will move to 5paisa. Consequent to this transaction, around 1.5 million customers of IIFL Securities will be moved to 5paisa Capital, and the customer base of 5paisa because of this will increase by 40% to 4.7 million customers. Whereas on the other hand, equity dilution that will happen because of giving shares to IIFL Securities shareholders will be at just 20%. So net it is positive for 5paisa Capital. Thank you.
Good morning.
Bikaji Foods International Limited reported results yesterday, and results were improved. Revenue reported at 577 crore, which grew by 31.8% YOY and 37.7% QOQ. The EBITDA margin reported at 11.1% versus 10.4% last year's same period. The quarter EPS is rupees 1.7. The outlook is neutral on the stock, and it is trading at a PE of 106 times to 6 times of TTM EPS. Also, yesterday we attended a group meeting of Fairchem Organics Limited. It is into the chemicals business since last 25 years, and it is engaged in the manufacturing of oleochemicals and nutraceuticals. It is the only manufacturer of diamine acid in India. The quarter 2 FY23 financial performance was weak, mainly on account of three reasons. There was the export duty withdrawal from by Indonesia on palm oil, which led to price volatility of the products, and it was difficult to manage the inventory for the management. Also, there was the challenge for raw materials availability due to the lean season of these raw materials, and they have experienced highest ever prices over the last 2 decades. And overall, there was a low demand from the paint industry that impacted their sales volume. So during the quarter, the processed volume were higher, but sales volume were lower by 6%, and the overall realizations were lowered by 20%. And the management is expecting the situation to normalize once the market is stabilizes. So the impact of this price volatility is going to remain over the near term, and it is expecting the normalized EBITDA margin of 15% is not expected in FY23, as they had a low EBITDA for the quarter 2 FY23, and quarter 3 also going to be subdued performance. However, the company is looking for the value-added products. They are already done the forward integration into 4 value-added products, and 1 is already penetrated in the market. The rest 3 are expected to be in the market by March 23. It expects 15% of revenue contribution from value-added products, and 2 to 3% higher EBITDA margins for these products. Also, it has forayed into international markets, primarily into the Middle East and Southeast Asia, and it is based on the import substitution strategy. The Fairchem Organics is currently trading at 36.7 times of TTM EPS. The outlook is neutral over the near-term headwinds for the performance. Thank you.
Good morning. Maruti Suzuki India announced that it will be recalling around 9,125 units of its Ciaz, Brezza, Ortega, XL6 and Grand Vitara models to fix possible defects in the front row seat belts. It is suspected that there is a possible defect in one of the child parts of shoulder height adjuster assembly of front row seat belts, which is a rare case which may lead to a seat belt disassembly. This might be marginally negative for Maruti today. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all from us. Now I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Today we might see some pullback in commodities, but however, there should be a caution. There could be some corrections in gold from 53,900. Prices are assisting 54,000, so one can maintain a stop loss above 64,000, and prices could test 53,700 to 500 on lower range. Silver also 66,000 seems to be resistance area. So selling and rise is recommended, and downside target should be 65,000 to 64,400. Crude oil prices, we have seen a breach of support at 6,300, and a pullback can be witnessed. However, selling on rise is recommended. 60 to 30, 60 to 50 should be good selling levels, and one can maintain a stop loss above 63.10. Prices can test 6,100 to 6,000 on lower end. Natural gas 466 seems to be a resistance area. So any pullback till 466 for trading purpose, one can sell, maintain a stop loss of 475. However, one should prices have corrected much, so a pullback is likely to uh, witnessed, and for a trading purpose, one can buy strictly with a stop loss of 452. In copper, prices should be in a range from 705 to 695. So trading within this range is recommended. However, above 705, one can expect fresh buying. One can trade within this range unless a fresh breakout happens. Uh, Zinc also prices are expected to rise, and 281, 282 seems to be the target. One can buy with a stop loss of 275. Aluminum also looks attractive. Um, 218, 220 seems to be these possible targets. So it is positive as long as holding above 212. So buying on dips in aluminum is recommended. Yeah, that's it from me. I'll ask Ria to take over from here.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. So on the currency front, today is RBI policy rate, and we are expecting a 25 basis hike into the policy rate, taking the repo rate to 6.15%. We are also predicting that the stand of the RBI will change from withdrawal of accommodation to neutral. The reason being the tightening is right now not needed as much as it was needed before, considering that the dollar has weakened and there is not a very dire situation of protecting the Indian rupee. Also, there is a softening stand that has been already conveyed by the Fed, and the same is it is also one of the reasons why there could be a change into the stand. The thirdly and most importantly is food inflation and commodity inflation both has cooled off from the highs. So thus we are pitching into the probability that there could be a change into the stand from accommodation withdrawal to neutral. Apart from that, if you look at the Indian rupee, the dollar index has moved at around 105.60, indicating that there is a strong bullish sentiment into the dollar. And the same is getting translated into the Indian rupee as well, which has opened with a gap up of 82.73. It could test the level of 83.09 in the intraday sessions, and one can go long above the level of 82.85 for a target of 83.10 by keeping the stop loss at around 82.55. As far as JPY INR goes, you can go short into the pair below the level of 60.38 for a target of 60.19 by keeping the SL at around 60.55. Sell the highs in pound as well, around 100.33 for a target of 100. You can keep an SL at around 100.65. For Euro INR, it will be a consolidation moment within the level of 86.75, 86.60. If it breaches any of these levels, it could witness a directional momentum. So that's all on the currency front. Thank you.